Sure. Okay, hey guys, I'm here casting Army of Two tournament with Captain Conundrum. Right now I believe it's Bunny and Zweinstein versus Merit 4 and GFoyle. So we'll see who wins. It's a 2v2. So yeah. There we go. Okay.
Okay, so we've got. Looks like most of the players have split up. Yellow is staying kind of close together, though.
You gotta take a look at their 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 like available options. Cause here, if you take a look at yellow, yellow has more room for an early expansion for economy than black does at the moment. Because I mean, black, it's a long way walk from any of the next mechs for pretty much both of their commanders, and then yellow, it's just constantly moving onto the next little line of mechs.
Yeah, so yellow's got the expansion and the ability to back each other up if they need to in a pinch.
Looks like
But
our
black
first bot
has.
factory's up. One bot, one air factory coming up from black, and it looks like almost the same thing from the other team. So would you say the spawns are fair? They look fair to me.
Yeah, I think they're fair enough. I think black has a little bit less early expansion, but they've got more room they can go in between them on either side of that mountain range.
Yeah. So on that side of the mountain range, in between them, they have some good cluster of mechs, so that should be good. All right, looks like we got the
So
scouting out already.
Scout out.
Yep.
The South black player is sending all their bots in the same direction.
Oh, that they are. Probably to try and clear out that mech cluster before they go to expand, so he doesn't risk any engineers.
Their
Second
scout
bot
has
factory
already
up.
spotted one of the yellow players, though.
Have they? Let me go check that. Yeah.
And they're moving in. They're just about to find the other. Oh, they stopped. No, maybe I just froze up.
No. They did stop, but now they found it, and they've seen pretty much their entire base, so they know what they're working on.
So we may see some early bomber raids or something, you think, from the North Pole, the air player on black?
Yeah, have you seen some of the air builds where it's pretty much all bombers and you claim air you just claim air and you pretty much stop any of their expansions. It's really nice if you
Yeah,
can
I
do it
can't really
properly.
pull it off myself, but I have seen that. Actually, the last game started out, last round, there was a game that started out very heavy on air between both sides.
Oh, interesting. Oh, looks like we can see some bombers moving forward from yellow onto what looks like a stray docks.
Yeah, if those bombers find the group of 5 or 6 doxes from black, they'll be able to take out that whole group before
Oh yeah, without any
black can
resistance at all,
respond.
pretty much. I mean, from the looks of it.
Looks like
Okay.
they're going to do something. There's no
Yeah.
air cover over in that base.
Oh no. No turrets, absolutely nothing. They could do some damage by the time the Black's air would notice. So let's take a look at what they do. I think they might just kill that orbital factory right there.
Early orbital is a surprise here. This planet doesn't seem big enough to go orbital this quick.
No. But, We'll see.
They've left the factory running. Oh no, they got
No, 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 they got it. Oh, have you taken a look at the other black? They're starting to
the
work on
advanced air
advanced air.
factory already.
So tier two,
You
four
can go
minutes.
early advanced when you're playing 2v2s like this. You've got more room to play with your economy. In a 1v1, I wouldn't recommend putting everything this early so heavily into orbital and advanced air, but it works in this kind of game.
Hmm. It looks like they began expanding onto a cluster of mechs, popping some AA first, and then looks like they're just going to start building some mechs, maybe some factories.
Yeah, and that's what we need to see from Black. We need them to expand out to those both sides of that mountain range. They can't hold the territory that they started in.
Yeah, they
And
definitely
those
need that
early bomber
economy too.
rates have really slowed them.
Because if we
They've
look at
got
it right now, they're working on a tier two and an orbital, so they definitely need their economy to stay strong. Unless they want Yellow, who seems to be doing a good job in expanding, or at least making forward lines.
Gallo's doing a great job expanding and doing the early bomber raids. They're a little light on the doxes, but they don't seem to need them because they've got such good early warning. They
Yeah.
they won't run into a
Have
problem.
you noticed the group of maybe 5 or 6 docks just slightly, well, west or east of Yellow's base? I'm not entirely sure, but yeah,
From Black?
yeah, from Black, he has just a couple docks sitting a little way away from Yellow's base. Looks like he
Yeah, it
might
looks
try
like
to.
he's going to join it up with that second
Yeah,
group.
from the looks of it, I think he might try to kill Yellow's front line that he's building. From the looks of it.
He might actually just go over. I wish I had the ping feature that we're going to get in the next build. I'd go over to the metal field that Yellow hasn't claimed yet and just sit there and wait for any fabbers. Yeah, there's a fabber going there now. He was just anticipating.
Yeah. Hmm. Oh, the ping feature seems really interesting. Maybe
It would be
maybe
great
for
for
an April
casting.
Fool's joke, they'll keep the planet smashing meteor thing for the ping system.
Yellow is still keeping up the air raids, but we've got more fighters being built now in the north base for Black. Nothing still in the south base. If Black can hold out, they're going to be able to get advanced and orbital up, and we have no advanced yet from Yellow. So they could be pushing a little too hard on the T1 here, but we will see.
It looks like another Docks force is moving forward from Black.
Yeah, if they go just a little west, they can take out all those hummingbirds.
Yeah. And Yellow finally beginning to get some Docks out on their own. Looks like Black's force is just gonna decimate that, like those 2 Doxes. And I think he might just play defense with those Docks.
I think that's a good idea. I think they really need to focus. They've committed at this point to advanced air and that orbital factory, which is finished. And
Docks appear to be moving forward into Yellow's base. There's a good little cluster of them, and his Yellow's commander is out alone, so we'll see what happens.
the commander won't have any problem with that if he can intercept them, but the doxes are trying to get
Yeah,
just a little out of range.
the commanders managed to knock off 2 of them, 3. I think they might be out of range now, or at least the forward group. So let's see if
I'm
they can
getting a good
actually get
amount of
any
lag on
damage
my
done.
side.
Looks like they might be able to take out that mech without any problems, but I don't think they're going to do much more damage than that. And Black's also moving forward with a group of Fireflies and Docks.
Yeah, they've got good fighter cover there. They should be able to defend those doxes. And being able to produce fighters this fast means they will have finished that advanced air factory, although still only one fabber working on it.
Yeah, it's about 3/4 of the way there. We'll see what happens. But Orbital's already out, and an Asterisk is out. So it looks like they just left the planet right now. And they went for the moon first.
They're going for the moon now. That is surprising. It's smashable, but actually,
They have
it's going to take less time to cover that moon in metal extractors. It's got a good
exactly.
amount of density
Yeah,
of
it has
metal.
it has a better density than the planet, so it works out for them. Oh, but it looks like Yellow's working on a teleporter. I don't exactly know why or where he's going to link that teleporter to, but it's about halfway finished.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see it in that eastern uh, metal field if he tries to proxy base over there and sneak in, just to
Oh,
make it a little faster to get the units where he wants them.
yeah. But Black's
In any
moving
case,
forward
getting
with like quite a big force of docks just near the South Pole. And Yellow appears to be halfway finished Tier 2 air factory.
I'm getting a lot of network lag. I apologize to anybody watching this. We can still see the game, but it's very choppy and only 10 minutes in, so I am
Oh,
concerned about that.
Yellow's moving forward with a group of docks. Let's see how much damage they're able to do. They kill one mech. Looks like they take out the tower that they were just building. They take out another dock's force. It looks like they're doing quite a lot of damage, and it doesn't appear like Black has anything to fight them. Black has a few
Well,
docks,
the
but I don't think
commander
it'll be
is
enough.
moving in, but he's not going the right direction.
Mm. He manages to kill about what it looks like 2 mechs. I'm not entirely sure what he's focusing on. I think he might just try to kill some factories or the tier 2
We've got an
factory.
advanced bomber that should take care of it, though.
Oh, but the advanced bomber is already down.
Oh, I can't see any of this. My stream is just lagging bad. I
That's
mean,
okay.
my game.
Yellow's Docks Force was just killed. They managed to damage a few factories to basically halfway, and they killed a mech and some towers, but that's pretty much it. Then again, if you take a, I don't know if you can see it because you're lagging right now, but they're getting a good force down, just at the front line, and I think they're going to try to push forward with it. It looks like they're pushing forward right now. We'll see what happens. It's not a big enough force. Those docks that Black have going to take care of it. But to the North Pole, just slightly, I guess, more north of it, Yellow's trying to bring in pretty much a straight line of units but this tier 2 bomber from Black might just take care of all of them. So we'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
yellow has a well-placed radar right just behind the mountain range on that north pole, so they can see all of the troop positions of black.
Yeah. However, Black, 2 tier 2 bombers, pretty much just took down half of Yellow's advancing force, so we'll see what happens. He's bringing in Fireflies now, but it looks like Black has more Fireflies than Yellow, and it looked like he just won that battle. Yellow managed to take down both the tier 2 bombers, but it doesn't really matter because Black just managed to get out another bomber. So let's see if Yellow can at least kill one factory before the bomber comes to intercept them.
Black is putting in some good expansion to the east of their base, taking out some of the metal that yellow had previously expanded to.
Oh yeah, I can see that
I would
now.
like to see them do a little bit more with the docks is there, though. And they're gaining some ground on
Oh,
the south pole. Oh,
Black's moving
to the
forward
west
with
of yellow's
Doc's
base, they've
force. It
sneaked a
looks like,
large army in.
yeah,
This
I
might be enough to kill the commander.
I think it might. There's no defenses. The commander could move like more inland into the base, but really, there's nothing
Yellow
there to
still has
defend the
not
commander. So
noticed.
we'll see what happens.
Yellow finally notices and tries to get out of the way, but those doxes might be fast enough to catch it.
I don't think this commander will survive, but we'll see what happens. The commander already at half health, now a quarter. We'll see what happens. Looks like the commander's about to die anytime soon, but Yellow just got a tier 2 bomber. Is that enough to save him? Yellow just surviving by practically an inch of his life. The commander, I wish the commander mod worked for the other opposing team. Yellow basically survived like just pretty much maybe like couple health left, like 10, 20, maybe 100. Couple more hits, like maybe 2 or 3 more docs hits, and the commander would have died. And Yellow just managed to get a tier 2 bomber out just in time to kill that docs force. It was actually really lucky for Yellow. Also,
Okay, yeah, my game is lagging very bad. So if you're watching this, I recommend you watch Orca stream instead. I'll stay in here and keep helping to commentate. I don't expect this Twitch video to be any Very interesting coming from me.
That was really interesting. It looks like Black now has a teleporter. I think it might be connected to the moon. No, no, it isn't. And
It isn't yet, but I'm sure they'll build a teleporter on the
they
moon.
actually haven't built anything yet at all in the moon. I'm not sure for how long this this bot that they've had has been on the moon, but it doesn't look like they have done anything with it at all. So that's
We do
interesting.
finally have advanced factories going up for yellow.
Oh, yellow's moving forward again with the Doc's force. It looks like they're doing quite a bit of damage this time, killing 2 mechs and a couple towers. We'll see what else they can kill. And it looked like 1 factory maybe. That was interesting. But yeah, I think there's a possibility that Black might have forgotten about its unit in the moon. Just a small possibility. Oh no, Black's finally getting something out from the moon, building a bot factory.
That won't do them much good, though. The North Pole is almost completely surrounded now.
North Pole. Let's take a look. Yep, I think the North
Proxy
Pole base
bases
is pretty
on
much
looks like
dead.
3 sides.
However, Black's South Pole base is it's moving pretty strong this time with an even bigger Doc's force, and it looks like some anti-air in the mix. So we'll see how that goes for them.
Once Black loses this North Pole base, though, that'll be their only advanced air factory, and those Hornets are the only reason they're still in this game.
Mm. Black might be able to come back though, even if they lose that North Pole base, just because of the fact that they're on the moon and they have orbital, and Yellow has yet to build orbital. So we'll see what happens. Like they only need one commander to stay alive, right? And if they're able to claim the moon and then the other planet called secondary, then they can just send the moon off to this planet and win the game like that. But we'll have to see what happens. It looks like the North Pole base is about to die. They don't really have any defenses to deal with that. And Yellow just moved forward with some Tier 2 bombers as well, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and it looks like Black's commander is on the run now.
Yeah. Although Black does have like three, maybe yeah, 2 or 3 Tier 2 bombers, and they're putting in some good work.
Black
Although,
has a good presence near the South Pole and a couple proxy
yeah.
bases, but Yellow is now intercepting an army with V2 bombers, and Black
Oh,
is going to have a lot of trouble coming back from this.
yeah. I'm pretty sure Black's South Pole base is pretty much down. They don't have any anti-air really, so we'll have to see what happens. And now they just moved Tier 2 bombers into Black's base in the mountain ridge. Let's take a look at what they do. I think he's just scouting at the moment with it. It's not really doing any damage towards anything, and now it's dead. So also Black working on an advanced bot factory, and the
Yeah, last I
North
saw
Pole
they had
base.
2 bot factories.
Pardon?
Oh, last I saw they were working on 2 advanced bot factories.
I'm not. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I see it. Working on 2 advanced bot factories and an advanced air factory now. But again, they only have one engineer on each, pretty much. So
They have a teleporter going up on the moon, so we might see them try to just evacuate the main planet with as much as they can and build up an economy out on the outer worlds.
it
Because if you
looks
can
like
fully control all of the metal extractor spots on the outer planets, then you actually have more income than somebody who fully controls the inner one.
yes. It looks like they might just try to. I think they might have just escaped right now with a commander, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, I think they're just going to try get as many resources off this planet and as many units off this planet, because Yellow's pretty much surrounded them in all aspects, pretty much. And Yellow is now moving forward with. Well, I'm not sure if Yellow's moving forward with the air army that it has built, but certainly moving closer to Black's base.
Yellow is making good use of teleporters just for moving troops around the planet,
Yeah, which is
as
something I
opposed to how
actually
we usually see them.
yeah, I don't usually see that, and I like it a lot actually. Looks like
Yeah.
Yellow's focusing on the teleporter, almost killed it. However, Black had a big enough Firefly army, and again, the teleporter just survived with like an inch of its life. Pretty much one more bomber attack, and that teleporter is down. So we'll have to see what happens. Let's take a look at what's happening on the moon right now. So Black's escaped with one commander onto the moon. I don't know where his other commander is. Is it on the main planet?
I'm having trouble finding anything with this lag, but I will look for it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure where the other commander is. Oh, it's in space and it's going towards the other planet. Okay.
Okay, so Black still does have a chance if they can hold out on the main planet. I think that is going to be their goal, just to hold their area as long as they can, keep that economy from Yellow's hands, and build up as much as they can on the outer worlds. Maybe smash a moon into this.
Yeah, 'cause really, if Yellow doesn't stop Black's forests, well, Black's little base on the main planet, then they have more than enough economy to start building on the other planets. As we can see just by the fact that they're having like 10 to 12 engineers working on an advanced bot factory in the moon, and having like 5 or 6 engineers working on just a normal bot factory. Interesting.
Yeah, Yellow just has so much production on this main planet, and they are getting advanced. Oh, not advanced, basic radar satellites up for Yellow, so they'll be able
Does
to
Yellow
scout
have
out
an
the
orbital radar?
routes. They have two orbital radars. It looks like one of them just left towards the secondary planet, and I'm
Okay.
sure they'll send the other one to the third. Yes, the other one just left now, so that'll only be a couple minutes before they find out what's going on out there.
So, well, they know they went there, so they just have to see how far is it and if they can sneak onto those planets.
Yeah, those planets are large enough that it wouldn't take very much to send an orbital fabber. And orbital fabber just finished for Yellow, so they will be sending that out to take one of them.
Black has an air factory on the secondary planet and has begun working on a bot factory. It looks like Black's gonna try to build up some air and just pretty much scout the entire planet and make sure it's all cleared.
That can work, but being outproduced like they are, it's really Yellow doesn't even have to leave. They'll just be able to launch nukes at a base as soon as they find it. Black is in a lot of trouble right now.
Oh yeah, I almost completely forgot about orbital nukes. So that'll be really interesting. And Yellow is now moving forward into Black's base on the main planet. I don't think it's going to survive this attack, so we'll have to see what
No,
happens.
and once the bombers come in to finish up, there will be nothing left here.
Yeah, it looks like they just killed the orbital factory. I think they're going to start targeting pretty much all of the normal factories.
Black put a lot of resources into a defensive base north of their base. They've got two pelters that they never finished, it looks like. And
Yeah, they really need to
Yellow
finish those
just went
pelters.
right around that. If the pelters had been finished, maybe they could have done some damage, but
Oh no,
I'm
I
not a big fan of defenses put out that
take
far.
a look
They
at the
just can't
force
do
that
anything.
Yellow's moving forward. I don't think the like two pelters, maybe it'd be able to take like a quarter of that, maybe, and that's stretching it, because that force is pretty huge. Yeah, it doesn't look like Black's force is gonna live at all. Um, I'm not
Black,
entirely
though, doing a
sure.
great job expanding on third.
Yeah, from the looks of it though, I think Yellow is pretty much just trying to damage the economy as much as possible, which is a smart idea, because you don't want them to have an extra, like the extra economy boost to push them forward. So if we take a look at secondary, the other planet.
They don't seem to be doing too much on secondary yet. Just building
Yeah,
up
they pretty
fighters
much
and
just got onto secondary, but they're certainly getting out a lot of a lot of fireflies just to constantly scout the planet and make sure yellow doesn't sneak on, which is a good idea for them. And we'll see what they're gonna do. So you're saying third? Yeah, they've done a great job in expanding on third, just like you said. However, they really need to kill that radar satellite that yellow managed to sneak on to third. So we'll see what happens.
expanding to third won't do them much good. They've got at least one advanced energy up. I don't see a second one being built. But if they want any chance at winning, they need to either start getting nukes out or Haley's up really fast on that one of these planets.
Yeah. Well, from the looks of it, they're they they're about halfway finished building one nuke. Halfway finished. And
Who,
yellow
yellow?
is really just pretty much killing all of the bases off, getting air to finish the one near the South Pole and land units to finish the mountain base. So I don't think Black's gonna live for much longer on the main planet. So let's take a look to see if Yellow has managed to get any anti-nukes out. Doesn't look like.
Yellow has been surprisingly slow to advance any part of their economy this game. It
Yeah,
took them a long time to get their advanced factories. It looks like they've got. I don't see any advanced energy yet. I see one advanced energy being built. Oh
no,
no, they have a large amount of
they have
advanced
seven
energy. They
advanced
do, yeah.
energy. They have seven advanced energy. However, I'm not sure if they have any. No. Okay, so they have seven advanced energy, and now they're finally starting to begin work on advanced metal. A little bit late,
But you don't really
but
need advanced metal until you've captured all of the metal extractors with basic, because it's actually a lot more efficient to cover the whole planet with basic before you even start to go on to advanced, especially when you have such good map control as they do.
mm, well, from the looks of it, I think they only have two engineers working on advanced metal, and they're pretty much both going in opposite directions at the moment. Also, yellow has begun building an anti-nuke, although I don't think it'll finish by the time black's nuke's done. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there.
I just don't feel like one nuke can really do that much against yellow at this point.
No, but it certainly can do a nice hit to their economy if black targets their advanced energy, because they're kind of in a
That
cluster right
definitely
now.
would slow them down.
Hmm. We'll have to see. It looks like yellow also has some Adventure, the orbital units out to maybe possibly take out all of the other orbital units that black has, but we'll see. So black now has a teleporter in secondary and is working on an advanced bot factory there as well. They haven't actually expanded too much metal-wise, but
I don't think they need the metal. I think they're
no,
behind on energy, if
no,
anything,
they're
because they
just
have a
pretty much
lot of
working on
metal in
energy
third.
now, from the looks of it. And also, doesn't look like there's a single Haley out either.
Yeah. So just speaking from experience, when you're building one of those nukes, unless you have a lot of advanced energy, your economy is going to crash, and I think that's what has happened to them.
Hmm. It certainly makes sense. I mean, if you just take a look of one, they're building the advanced nuke, and like the amount of engineers that they had just working on the one nuke was rather ridiculous.
Yeah, that should be over 14,000 energy used up just on the nuke.
Hmm.
Oh no, more than that, probably closer to 16,000 just on the nuke.
It looks like though that they're starting to work more on advanced energy plants, so we'll have to see what happens.
Meanwhile, on Maine, Yellow still has not finished off everything there. I would have expected them to go all out, just send all of their bombers and just clear everything.
It looks like they're kind of doing that now, but I don't know. They're not really. They're using their bombers to go pretty much all in different directions. So it's pretty much just one bomber attacking certain things at a
Yeah,
time.
that looks like an area patrol.
Yeah.
Area patrol is one thing that will get a lot more interesting once they add in neural networks so that the units can work together and make decisions about how much firepower they need to bring in order to destroy everything as efficiently as possible.
That would be interesting, cause right now they pretty much only had one bomber like attacking like a good force of docks, or like one bomber attacking just one metal extractor and such like that. But now it looks like Yellow's finally managed grouped up those bombers and starting is has started to really do some damage.
Wow, that makes a huge difference. That is, things are dying fast.
Yeah, one bomber barely takes like out a quarter of a metal extractor, but of a group like such as this can pretty much kill out those bases ridiculously fast. Um, so it looks like Black still has one or two engineers on the planet, which is interesting. Because all you need really is those engineers to build like a teleporter secretly. Hold on. Okay. So yeah, there's actually I'm just checking right now the vision and how much yellow can actually see on the planet. But my game kind of just froze as I was doing that. There we go.
Yellow has a large army ready to go through a teleporter if they could just build one on another planet.
Oh, I think my game might have crashed. Maybe. No, there we go. Okay. Okay. We're all good. So, large army going through a teleporter? Oh,
It
wow.
looked like yeah, it's pouring out of the. I don't know if it's moving anywhere actually because I can't see anything. My
Um,
game, every time you say something, I'm consistently a couple seconds behind, and then it just locks up for a few seconds.
oh, okay, well.
Like my frame rate isn't that bad; it's just the networking.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think Yellow's army is just sitting there waiting to find a target.
Well, on the also yellow got one anti-nuke out. Looks like they're working on their second, as in like in two separate locations.
I'm surprised we don't have any nukes going up from them though. They don't seem to have a game plan for finishing this,
Hmm.
which is where they should really be right now. They know that they have a better economy. They know they have map control. It's just time to start pouring out nukes or get teleporters up on the other planets.
Yeah. I'm surprised that we haven't seen a single Haley go up. Also, it looks like somebody left on Yellow's team.
Oh, I see that.
Zweinstein apparently left, so I'm not entirely sure what that means, but huh, interesting.
Well, we will see what Bunny can do on its own.
Hmm. I wonder how long because I noticed at one point that the yellow's name tag was grayed out, and I just thought maybe the game crashed and like they'll relaunch or something like that.
Haley's
Which
going up on now.
yeah, which usually doesn't take too long, but I guess he left. Oh, and also now we finally see two Haleys being built on third.
Yeah, that won't take them very long with the economy they've been able to build up. Yellow should not have allowed them to get into this position. When you push somebody off the world, you have to chase them as fast as you can and get some teleporters up and just start pouring soldiers through.
Yeah,
And they did not do that.
when really all Yellow did, as we can even see by the fact that Yellow hasn't even fully expanded all of its planets, it looks like Yellow's just pretty much sitting content with what they've done, and I think they're pretty much working on defenses at the moment.
And a nuke coming in against yellow.
Yeah, anti-nuke took care of it. Um, yeah, I mean, Yellow has missed like a good amount of mechs, which they haven't. It doesn't look like they're going to be doing anything with it. And they have a good force of units just sitting by their teleporters, so I'm really curious to see what Yellow's next move is.
It may be that Bunnies, I'm not familiar with the name, Bunnies may be inexperienced with orbital play, whereas they did a
Which
great job at the early game.
that could be very possible. That's which actually it seems quite likely, so we'll have to see what happens. Oh, however, if you zoom out into orbital view, Bunny is moving forward with a good force of Avengers. So we'll have to see what he's going to do from there. He might,
It's hard to see if there's an orbital Faber in there, but that would be the goal. But this is still the wrong planet. He must not see the Halley's up yet.
yeah. I think what he might try to do though is, I mean, as long as he can keep, if he can sneak in an orbital fabricator to secondary and build a teleporter there and claim orbital, then really you just need one commander on each planet, and they'll be safe. But we'll have to
Progress
see.
on those Haleys is coming along pretty nicely, though. We have a lot of build power on one of them. A lot.
One's
This
almost
won't take
finished
very long at
building.
all.
One's pretty much done right now, and the other two appear to be almost halfway. So we'll have to see what happens. Yellow's definitely gonna have to do something soon if he wants to stay in this
I'm a little
game.
surprised, though. I'm surprised that they tried to build three at the same time instead of just building them one at a time because you can really kill your economy. It's a lot more efficient to build them one at a time.
Hmm. Yeah, I know what you mean, but we'll have to see what happens. It looks like, yeah, but just from the
There's
looks of
no
it,
anti-nuke coverage over any of these Haleys.
I don't even think Yellow has. I think maybe one or two nukes, although none appear ready to be shot. So
Yellow has one nuke. It looks like halfway done. They have a lot of nuke launchers. So Yellow's plan is just not to engage on the moons and just launch as much as they can at them. And I don't think they have time to pull this off unless they can get off a good nuke strike and take out at least one of those Haleys really fast. And
yeah,
I don't see
that's
that
all they
happening.
really need to do, just kill one Haley. But as we can see right now, the second Haley looks to be halfway finished. So we'll have to see what happens. I don't honestly think Yellow um, is gonna do much from now.
Black did a very good job spreading out their Haleys on this moon so that if there is a nuke strike, they would only lose one instead of all three. A lot of players try to build all three of them right next to each other, and in a map where you can have orbital nukes, that is very risky.
Um, I'm curious as to what happens for Yellow's team, just simply for the tournament wise, because like, does this game go through? I mean, considering Zweinstein left.
Yeah, Zweinstein left. Actually, Zweinstein and it was Kixer, right?
Pardon?
Where
Yeah.
the original team member for Zweinstein was Kixer. Bunny did not even start this tournament, and now he is the only person left on a team that he didn't even start on. Both of the original players have left.
Well, Gandalf pretty much just told me that that team has four reserves, so they should be fine and they should be able to just go through
Second Haley is finished now,
and just finish
and
it.
the third Haley will be finished very soon. This I don't see any way unless Yellow can get a nuke
Does
strike
Yellow
in right
have
now.
any
But
nukes almost finished? I mean, really, they need to
no, and with the
focus.
amount of time it takes for a nuke to get to the moon, those Haleys will be finished and the planet will be launched. So I don't see any way unless Yellow gets a commander off the planet. I think this main planet is going down, no
Yeah,
question.
yeah. I think just as you said, from the looks of it, it looks like Black's gonna win, and Black also just shot off a nuke. I'm not sure to where, but yeah, Black just
That
shot off
seems
a nuke.
strange. They really should have held the nuke because Yellow's only chance would be to get a commander on secondary, and having a nuke there, or two nukes, just to finish him off as soon as any commander got to secondary. Yeah, and Black's other commander just moved over to secondary, so they are ready to launch this planet. They're
Um,
evacuating everybody else.
it looks like Black's also killing all the Avengers that Yellow brought onto secondary. So they pretty much claimed all of secondary for themselves. It also doesn't look like Yellow's commander is going to leave the planet anytime soon. So I'm not.
They may they may move a commander off world once they see third start moving.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I
And those Haleys are activating right now.
oh, Haley's are activating right now. Another
Or they're
thing that I
not.
was gonna
It looked
say
like I
is
just
that
saw them open up.
have you seen games where astrises are shot down by fireflies?
By fireflies? No.
Yeah, it happens, and it actually happened in the last tournament too, where a game ended because of a firefly win. But
Okay, now the moon is active.
essentially,
Now, if Yellow is
yellow's
paying
pretty much
attention, they
lost
know.
because even if yellow managed to bring the commander into secondary, the fireflies would shoot down the Astris. So it's GG,
Yeah, I think this is over.
and the game just ended right there. Good game. It was really interesting. Yellow definitely could have won if they provided it like a chase, like you said. However, they didn't do that, and that's pretty much why they lost right there.
Yeah, they had a great early game, but once you push somebody off the planet and they knew both the Blacks commanders had left, you really have to be very quick.
Yeah, they had no follow through. They pretty much just claimed the planet, and they were only slowly killing off everything. So great game still.
Well, it's a good game. It looks like Foil and Merit win